Coach Saiful with your daily dose of math mastery, and today we're going to go into triangles for your math assessment paper 2, and have your question paper in hand because I'm going to do it right now. So the question says that an isosceles triangle. What does an isosceles triangle mean? Okay, an isosceles triangle basically means that both sides, okay, the two sides are equal, not three sides but two sides. Okay, so the height and the base are equal. Okay, an isosceles triangle and a rectangle overlap each other to form a square as shown in the figure below. So you can see a square over here. All right, the question says find the area of the whole figure. Okay, so what you have to do is, very simply, you have to understand what this square means. Okay, let me ask you a few questions. Let me just go into this, our handy dandy notebook. I'm gonna ask you this. Okay, let's say I ask you if a square, all right, with area 9 cm squared. What do you understand about a square? Both sides, I mean all sides actually, this side and this side and this side and this side are all what? They are equal. And if they are equal, it means they can only be things like 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, and so on and so forth. Okay? Basically, the two numbers on either side has to be the same, equal. So which means that what I'm asking you, what is this side and this side if the multiplication equals to 9? So let's try over here. 1 times 1 gives you 1 cm squared. Is that correct? No. 2 times 2 gives you what? 4 cm squared. Is that correct? No. 3 times 3 gives you 9 cm squared. Is that right? Yes. 4 times 4 gives you 16 cm squared. So the answer is actually 3. So in this case, 3 by 3, okay, erase the 0. 3 by 3 is going to give you 9 cm squared. Now back to the question. The question now shows you that this square over here is 16 meters squared. So what must you do? Look at this. It's actually over here. Yeah. But only difference is it's actually in meters squared. So 4 meters by 4 meters will give you 16 meters squared. So now that you know that the shaded part is actually 4 meters by 4 meters, can you find out certain things about the figure? It's very simple, right? So as you can see in the diagram over here, this thing over here is 4 and this thing over here is also 4, correct? So let me ask you, what is the side of the rectangle? So let's draw it now. Let's draw it out right now, okay? Let me draw it out for you. So this was the new one that we didn't know at first, okay? And this was what, 11, and this was 8, correct? We found out that this is actually 4. This is actually 4, and this is also actually 4 because they are actually part of a square. So what is the length of this rectangle? 11 plus 4 gives you 15, and 4 plus 8 gives you what? 12. So what is the area of the rectangle? The area of the rectangle, and why we're doing this is because we want to find out what's the area of the figure, and the figure is made up of a rectangle and a triangle, is 15 times 12. Okay, we take out our calculator. Okay, and we will get 15 times 12 is equals to times 12 is equals to 180 what? Meters squared. Okay, so if you got that, high five, you are a math prodigy. Good job. Now that's the area of the rectangle, so let's put that one side. Okay, area of rectangle is actually equals to 180 meters squared. Okay, now we look at the other one. We look at the triangle. Now, can you find out what this side of the triangle is? We already know it's 4, so this side is 10. And remember, this triangle is an isosceles triangle, which means that both sides of this are equal. So if this is 10, this is also what? 10. Good job. So let's draw it out for you. Okay, so basically we had a triangle. Oh, sorry, that looks a bit like that. And we found out that this was 6, and this over here, which was part of the square, was actually 4 and 4. So if we know that this is 6 plus 4, which gives us 10, because it's an isosceles triangle, which means the sides are the same, this is also equals to a 10. They are equal. Therefore, what's the area of the triangle? The area of the triangle is equals to what? half times base times height. So what's the base? What's the bottom? The bottom is actually 10. And what's the height? It's 10. So 10 times 10 gives you 100, or you can just cancel this off. You get 1 times 5 times 10, which is equals to 50 meters squared. So that's the area of the triangle. So let's put the area of the triangle there, 50 meters squared. So is the answer, which is the area of the figure, 50 meters squared plus 180? I don't think so. I'll tell you why, okay? Now let's imagine that we have this rectangle over here, okay? Let's use a different color. Let's use color red. We have a rectangle over here, okay? Let's color it. This is what, 180 meters squared, right? And let's take the blue color for 50 meters squared and we draw a triangle. What do you notice? There is actually an overlapping area. Okay, this is 50 meters squared, right? But what is the overlapping area? We are counting one part of the figure twice, which is this, what is this? This square. And they told us that this square actually equals to 16 meters squared. So let's back up a bit. The area of rectangle is 180. The area of the triangle is 50. But if we were to add the areas together, what we will get is, we will be counting that little square over there twice. So what must we do? We must actually minus this 16 meters squared. So the area of the figure is actually equals to 180 plus 50 minus 16 equals to, we take out our calculator, we get 180 minus plus 50, sorry, minus 16 meters squared, and the answer is 214 meters squared. If you got that right, I am very impressed. High five, you deserve that. You are a math prodigy. Good job. Okay, so that's how we do part A of this question. But how do you do part B? So part B says, find the ratio of the shaded part of the figure, which is 16, to that of the non-shaded part. Okay, so we found out the area of the figure is 214, am I right? 214. Let me erase all this first. Hold on. Okay, we found out that the area of the figure is 214. But let's say these parts are non-shaded, which is the case in the, what's it called? In the in the figure that you got, the question mark that you got, the question that you got. Okay, so this is the unshaded area, remember? The only shaded part is that square. So how do we find out the area that is unshaded? All we have to do is take this one. All we have to do is take this one, this 214, which is the area of the figure. We minus it by 16 to get the unshaded areas, which is here. So 214 minus 16, you will get 198 meters squared. So what is the ratio of the area of the shaded part to that of the non-shaded part? So ratio is actually equals to, shaded part is 16, non-shaded part is 198. Can you divide it further? Can you make it simplified? Yes, you can. You divide it by 2, you get 8, and you get 99, I think. 198 divided by 2. 198 divided by 2 gives you 99, am I right? So can you go further? I don't think you can. Nope, you cannot, and that is the final answer. The answer is 8 is to 99. I know this question looks a bit more difficult than most of the triangle questions you're used to, but this question is probably one of those tough ones that's going to come out for PSLE. So please watch this video over and over again. Why is second nature, why is automatic for me, is because I've done a lot of practice in the past 10 years than you have in your life, I think. So my code word for the day, my keywords for the day, my advice to you for the day is, the more I practice, the easier it gets. The more I practice, the easier it gets. The more you practice, the easier it will get for you. So with that, this is Coach Saiful signing off. You are a math prodigy. Good job.